My longest time away from the ring, so I got to spend time with my family. I got to learn myself, learn a lot about myself, people around me, and just learn about the sport of boxing.
So basically, Devin got to learn that a lot of the people that was in his circle really don't fuck with him. That's what happens when you take an L. You learn who really fucks with you and who doesn't. Also, he learned that in the sport of boxing, it's very racial, it's very political, and people don't care if someone is a cheater if they like that person. Devin is somebody that people don't like because he's not a thug. He's a positive young black man. His father's in his life, so they don't like him. They like Ryan. Ryan is a white boy looking Mexican who can fight. So if Ryan cheats to beat Devin, nobody really will bat an eye. And that's what Devin learned.
To Tank retiring.
He's retiring?
That's what he said.
Nah, he's not retiring. There's a lot of big fights to be made out there, and Tank knows that. I don't think he's going to retire, with a lot of unfinished business.
Devin's speech pattern is looking a little off. Maybe Ryan did some serious damage, who knows. But I don't think Tank is retiring either. I think Tank is somebody that maybe a little bipolar, gets upset, tweets, and then deletes the tweet and stuff. 1 minute you want to retire, the next minute you want to fight 15 more fights. I don't know what Tank is doing, but I do not think he's going to retire.
Who's on your hit list for 2025? Who are the big names you want to fight this year?
Man, I want to fight everybody. Y'all know that I'm not really into tune-up fights or stay busy fights. I want to make the biggest fights happen. I want to fight the best fighters in the world. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm here. I'm here to meet with Turkey, Your Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh, to talk about what's next.
A whole lot of stuttering, man. I hope Devin isn't suffering from some type of CTE. But I believe that Devin does want to fight everybody. He jumped in the ring with RYAN GARCIA with no problem, with an overweight RYAN GARCIA. But one thing that a lot of these guys do, like Errol Spence, Devin Haney, they try to say they don't like tune-ups. And it's like, y'all aren't Floyd Mayweather. There's nothing wrong with tune-ups. Muhammad Ali took tune-ups. You know what I mean? So Devin is coming back trying to make adjustments to his style. He needs some tune-ups. He shouldn't jump in there with the Sharks just yet. It's nothing wrong with a tune-up. Errol Spence should have got 2 or 3 tune-ups before he fought Terrence Crawford. The man was out of the ring for like a year and a half.
What would you say is the hold-up with the Teofimo Lopez fight? A lot of people want to see that. I know that was close. Do you think we can see that this year?
Actually, Turkey Al-Sheikh made an offer to Tio, much more money than he said his offer was for. He turned it down for whatever reasons.
Devin Haney's style is a matchup nightmare for Teofimo Lopez. That's why Tio turned it down. So Tio ducked Devin. Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz, they use their legs to win the fight. Devin Haney does what they do on a higher level. Tio lost, in my eyes, to both of those fighters, so he would get swept round after round by Devin, unless Devin fights a dumb fight like how he fought against Ryan.
And that's what stopped that fight. But that's a fight that we can still that can still be made. But one thing I'm focused on. I want to be fighting on an even playing field with everybody. I want to be a spokesperson for clean boxing because I was one that actually experienced it. I experienced being cheated and what it's like to fight somebody that's that's on PEDs.
Frank Martin fought somebody that was on PEDs and he was able to win. He fought Michel Rivera. There's a lot of fighters who fought guys who are on PEDs. In all sports, there are athletes who compete against guys that are on PEDs. Devin, I understand where he's coming from because he got cheated, but if you end up getting your ass whooped by clean fighters after what happened with RYAN GARCIA, it's going to make him look 2 times worse because everybody's already calling him a crybaby and he's suing for assault with a deadly weapon and battery and all of that. Devin has the right to handle the situation however he wants to. The man was cheated. Ryan tried to kill him in there. But at the end of the day, you don't want to be the spokesperson for no fighters taking PEDs because once you get your ass whooped, people are just going to say, see, it wasn't the PEDs. Once you get your ass whooped by a clean fighter. You really just want to stay away from all of that talk. It's just going to be another cloud that people are going to try to hang over your head.
I want to clean up the sport of boxing, clean up sports in general. So, that's my main focus right now.
You getting?
Floyd Mayweather is the one who initiated all of this cleanup boxing, drug testing when he brought in USADA. If Floyd wasn't able to clean up the sport with all of his influence and fame, Devin, you're not going to be able to change a motherfucking thing about the sport of boxing. People are going to cheat because there's too much money on the line, and a lot of these guys don't have the natural talent, nor do they have the work ethic to get the belts that they want to get and to get the money that they want to get. So they're going to cheat. And people are going to cheat in all sports for the same reasons.
That excitement back, obviously, it looks like you'll be back in March. What's it been like? And was there a moment for you where you said, okay, I'm ready to come back now?
Yeah, I mean, I've always had that itch since the fight, about, getting my get back. Because I'm just that type of person, that type of guy.
The thing about the whole get back thing, first off, Devin and Ryan already fought each other 6 times in the amateurs. So you already knew what you were up against. That's number one. Number two, if Ryan is clean, like he gets under drug testing, and Devin loses, it's going to be the worst thing for his career. Ryan is more naturally talented than Devin, so it's a high possibility that even if he's not on Osterin, even if he's not on drugs, he could still knock Devin down multiple times. The only reason why I picked Devin to win is because Ryan is lazy as hell. Ryan doesn't train like how a boxer would train. Ryan gets high, Ryan gets drunk. Ryan sleeps with a bunch of women during training camp. So Ryan can't go 12 rounds in no championship fight. That's not him. But can Devin go 12 rounds without getting hit with that damn left hook?
So, but now, now that I've been away for almost a year, I definitely got that itch back. I'm excited to be back. I can't wait to, go in training camp. I can't wait to see exactly who's next, and then that's when the juice is really going to start flowing.
What did you make of RYAN GARCIA's exhibitions? We're not sure if that's going to happen anymore, but did you have some kind of opinion on that? A lot of people didn't like it.
Some bullshit.
Devin, what weights are you looking to come back at? Because I saw you do an interview where you said, look, come back and you'll fight at whatever weight you choose.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on the opponent. Probably more like a catch weight, 143, 44.
That's a problem with boxing. Devin Haney shouldn't be struggling to make 140. He just got there. Why is he struggling? Because they're not doing enough road work on the regular to keep their weight down. They're also eating too much because they got this money. You know what I mean? Boxing really is a poor man's sport. But we send all of these catch weights from these guys, these name guys, and they can do it because they're the ones who bring in most of the name and the money. But at the end of the day, Devin is starting to look like a fighter without a weight class. He's a little bit too big for 140. But he doesn't have the power for 147. So now you got to do all these catch weights. You know who else is a fighter with a weight class? RYAN GARCIA. Ryan really should be fighting at welterweight, but Ryan can't dedicate himself to the sport to be able to compete with the top welterweights, even though he has the talent to do so. Because Ryan has the power that Devin is lacking. Ryan will be fine at 147. If Ryan was real serious about boxing, he'd be fine at 154. He could be a modern-day Oscar de la Hoya, but that's never going to happen.
Because I'm actually pretty light now. I've been training, so yeah, probably around there. Maybe 140. I don't know. It just depends on the opponent. But
Devin, do 140. Eat right, do 140. Marvin Hagler stayed at 160 his entire career. I think he went pro at like 19 or 20, and he was there until he was in his early 30s. You can do it. You just have to be truly dedicated and watch what you eat.
I want probably 143, 44.
You'd have a rematch with Garcia next.
Of course. Well, not next, obviously, because I'm coming back in March. But it's definitely, possible for 2025.
If Devin Haney loses to a clean RYAN GARCIA, because Ryan is more talented. Sometimes talented guys like John Jones, they get scared, they get nervous because they know they're not living right. So what do? They cheat, they get on them steroids. But if Ryan could focus for one camp, and if he does the same thing to Devin, it's going to be horrible for Devin's career. Not because he loses. Fighters lose all the time, but because Devin is not likable. He's not somebody that a lot of fans like. I like him, but most fans do not like him. So to see him get battered 2 times by somebody that the fans love, that's going to be a huge impact on his career, on his marketability, on people's want to see him fight.
Make of the Tank versus Roach fight. Do you think it's a fight that Tank should have at this point of his career?
No comment.
What do you make?
That's a politically correct answer, no comment. Then Devin smiled, you know what I mean? Most communication is nonverbal. The smile told you everything. The smile told you that, no, he doesn't think that Tank should be fighting Lamar Roach. But Devin is going to play, you know, the good guy. He's going to say he loves Lamar Roach and he fucks with him and all that. But deep down, Devin doesn't think that Lamar is really on Tank's level. And Devin feels like he's one of the only people that's on Tank's level. I don't know how true that is, but everything he's about to say after he made that smile is going to be some bullshit.
What do you make of a Tank
Lamar Roach. I'm Lamar Roach. We've been cool since we was in the amateurs. So I fuck with Lamar Roach. I'm happy that he got the opportunity, and that's all I can say.
And what about Tank Shakur? If that fight happens in the future, who do you see winning?
It's a good fight for boxing. You know, I think that we should all be fighting each other. That's what boxing is about. It's the best fighting the best.
So Devin just showed the mindset of a winner. He did it in kind of a sly way, though. They asked him, who do you think is going to win between Tank and Shakur? And he said, oh, we should all be fighting each other, injecting himself. Basically saying, fuck you ask me about Tank and Shakur, you need to ask about Tank and me, Shakur and me. You know what I mean? So Devin still views himself as a winner, as a champion, as somebody that's in the mix. And that's a great thing after what happened to him. He looks as though he's bounced back. He seems as though he's bounced back a lot better than how Errol Spence has bounced back.
Who? What about him? Of course, I want to fight all these guys. My attitude never changed about this shit. I want to fight the best fighters in the world, and that will never change because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to fight the best, make the biggest, best fights happen, and just because I was cheated in a fight, that don't mean I'm gonna change my tune. I still feel the same way because I still feel like I'm the best fighter in the world. I think on an even playing field, I can beat all these guys.
And that's the most respectable thing about Devin Haney. Whether you hate him or love him, Devin is willing to fight anybody, anywhere. He'll go to Australia. You know what I mean? He'll go to fucking Britain. He'll go to South Africa. He's willing to fight Mexico. He started his career in Mexico. He's willing to fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. Can we say that about Shakur? No. Shakur turned down Devin. We damn sure can't say that about Tank. We damn sure can't say that about Tio. You know, all these guys are more talented, naturally talented than Devin. But Devin is the most willing. He has the most heart out of all of the guys in his era at lightweight or at super lightweight.
I mean, it's boxing. It's boxing at the end of the day. You know, that's what's making it hard because you know, this promoter, that just work. Everybody working together. That's what making it hard.
Any news on the next opponent?
Nah, I don't have no news on my next opponent yet. We were looking at some guys, but now Your Excellency has called a meeting for me that's why I'm here, like I said.
Devin, be careful working with Turkey because Turkey doesn't believe in tune-ups either. He believes in motherfuckers getting tuned up. Turkey Al-Sheikh, like, look, I'm looking to put on the best fights. Who's the best? Who's somebody that I think could knock your head off? You saw what happened to Jared Big Baby Anderson. They threw him in there with Martin McCauley like it wasn't nothing. And I mean, Turkey Al-Sheikh threw Ngannou in there with Anthony Joshua. So, you're working with Turkey, Devin, you better be really ready to be back at the top of your game, no matter what happened in the RYAN GARCIA fight, because Turkey's going to match you up with somebody with a lot of power. He doesn't care if you go out there and get knocked out. That's how he does business. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to be ready. You got to know what you're getting yourself into.
And, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully we can get something done.
Are you going to be at the press conference on Monday?
Press conference
For a better BF Dribble too?
No.
Is it going to be a Riyadh season card in March? I know there's one outside of Riyadh in March.
So it's a possibility. You know, BLK Prime has a good opportunity for me in March.
BLK Prime, that's the promoters. That's the network that Terrence Crawford fought David Avenetian on. That's the guys that allowed Terrence Crawford to finish out a round with some busted up gloves. and in that round, that's when he knocked Avenetian out cold. Avenetian was down for like 2-3 minutes. But yeah, BLK Prime they're new on the scene, so let's see how that works out.
They offered me something, and but now Your Excellency has called a meeting for me to fight. So we'll see if we can iron something out while I'm here.
Some talk about you and Broner. Is that legit or not?
Nah, that's not true, but
Yeah.
it's possible. but it's not true.
Adrian Broner would be a perfect tune-up for Devin Haney. Money-wise, style-wise, everything-wise.
Devin, you mentioned wanting to fight the best. How big an impact should reality have the sport as a whole to the best?
Okay, all right. Let's go eat later.
Nah, let's not go eat later, bro. Let's not go eat later. Let's stay at 140 for a couple years and develop our power and stay focused. That's the problem. I told y'all, a lot of these fighters, they got the money and they're eating out. They're eating out too much. All that processed restaurant food, and they building on weight all throughout the year, and then having to cut weight when the fight comes.
Say it again.
You mentioned wanting to fight the best. How big of an impact do you think RYAN season has had on the best fighters, best at all weight divisions?
No, I mean, it's hope these things happen. At the end of the day, you know, because they're doing everything to make the best fight the best, and I think it's good for the sport of boxing. Like I said, inshallah, I could be a part of it. You know, I've been wanting to be a part of the Riyadh season, you know, for a while now, but we couldn't come to nothing. But hopefully, no, we can.
Big fight happened on February 22nd. Got a big card. Shakur Schofield, how do you see that going?
Say it again.
Shakur Schofield, how do you see that going?
I don't know. Styles make fights. It's definitely a fight that I'm gonna watch.
Come on, Devin. You don't know how that fight gonna go. Floyd Schofield, green as a damn turtle. He's green. He doesn't have the experience. He doesn't have the skills. He's about to get demolished. The only reason why people are gonna be watching it pretty much is to see, like a lot of Shakur's haters, to see if he could somehow lose, but everybody knows that Schofield is going to get destroyed.
I think it's going to be a better fight than what a lot of people think. I do think Shakur wins, but I think Floyd Schofield not coming in there to.
You said. Thank you. You said the Ryan Garcia exhibition was BS. What do you think he should do with his time? What would you recommend he does?
And I think he should sign up for the 24/7 VADA program, show that he's a clean athlete, and then get back to boxing.
Canelo Crawford, who you got if that happens? Canelo and Crawford, who have you got if that happens?
I can't go against Crawford. I go with Crawford. I like him in the ring, out the ring. I think that he's the best right now. I'm rocking with Crawford.
Another fan.
I'm rocking with Crawford too. Canelo is going to be too slow. Canelo has looked progressively worse each fight. Doesn't jab anymore. Doesn't move his head. Hasn't stopped anybody in years. But as far as Devin Haney, Devin needs a couple of tune-ups. He has to get his weight under control because he has to stay at 140 for a few years while he develops his defense and his power. Because he doesn't have, this granite chin. And at 147, the punches are going to just come a little bit harder, a little bit faster. So defense got to be right. The power has to be right. As far as him rematching Ryan Garcia, he has to win that rematch or it's going to set his career back. Like, he's not going to be making no type of money if he loses to Ryan in the same fashion, especially if Ryan comes in clean. And Devin is right. Ryan should be tested year-round because Ryan is out here cheating, trying to kill people on that Osterine. But it is what it is. Shout out to Devin Haney. This was a nice little interview. And y'all let me know what y'all think.